report coming up next.
From WBRE, this is 28 Eyewitness News.
Good evening, everyone. The historic but crumbling Hazelton High School building known as the Castle will be torn down.
That split decision by the school board tonight comes after months of bitter debate and study of alternatives. Now, Kathy Bazinski was there when the final vote was taken. She's here now with the story. Kathy?
Well, Keith, tonight the Hazelton area school board said that the castle will fall, and that decision came after a volatile 4.5-hour session when the board, very near the end, went into a brief executive session and then came back out with a surprise motion.
I make a motion to authorize the solicitors to initiate immediately appropriate litigation if necessary to secure permits necessary to proceed with the contracts awarded for the asbestos removal and the demolition of the Hazelton area junior high school building.
And what followed was a vote of 6 in favor, 2 against, and 1 abstaining of the decision to legally authorize the school's demolition. This came after an incredibly heated meeting in which an independent construction manager dissected a renovation plan for the school offered by a Scranton architect, only to be followed by the presentation of a revised proposal from that architect. Along the way, there was plenty of fighting among board members and pleas from parents to stop the fighting, consider the children and the educational process, and to make some final decision on the castle and allow the district to move on. And that is exactly what happened tonight with a 6-2-1 vote. The board deciding to begin the legal maneuvers necessary to see that the castle is brought down. But is this the end of the story? Perhaps not. The legal issues are concerned because Hazelton Mayor Mike Marsicano and members of support of the City Council who support him have vowed to withhold any permits which would allow the building to be demolished. So, will a legal battle ensue? We're not sure yet, but the Hazelton School Board is obviously bracing for it, and the story, unfortunately, still has not come to an end. Live in the Control Center, Kathy Bazinski, 28 Eyewitness News. Keith?
Great job on that late-breaking story, Kathy, and you've already answered the question. Is it possible what was done can be undone? The answer is possibly yes.
Well, a Lackawanna County high schools get tough policy on drugs pays off. Today, police brought in drug-sniffing dogs to Abington Heights High School as part of a routine county-wide search to keep schools safe and drug-free. School administrators called for the raid, which resulted in drug charges being brought against 2 students. Police say those students had marijuana on them. Both face disciplinary action from the school, as well as charges in juvenile court.
2 men were hurt tonight when their car ran off the road and up an embankment at the I-81 interchange in McAdoo. Rescue units reaching the scene ordered medevac helicopter flights for driver Joseph Green of Minersville and passenger 21-year-old Edward Perhanich of Port St. Lucie. Tonight, we've just learned that Green is in critical condition. Perhanich is in fair condition. Both were taken to the Lehigh Valley Medical Center. Neither was wearing a seatbelt. State police are trying to pinpoint the cause of the crash on that curving southbound entrance ramp. They do say high speed was a factor.
Teenagers may have a tougher time getting a driver's license in Pennsylvania under legislation proposed by state lawmakers today. The measure would make teens get more practice behind the wheel before going for their license. The tougher standards would have teens wait 6 months instead of 30 days between getting a learner's permit and taking their driver's test. Parents would have to certify a teen driver received 50 hours of adult supervised practice, and no driving between 11 at night and 5 in the morning, and junior licenses would have tougher penalties. Governor Ridge says he favors tougher standards.
Police in both Lackawanna and Luzerne counties are on the lookout tonight for those responsible for a vandalism spree. The victims, dozens of car dealerships. Over the last 2 weeks, vandals shattered vehicle windshields and showroom windows with pellet guns. Now, this damage is adding up to thousands of dollars. Dealerships in Duryea, Old Forge, and Moosic were targeted. And anyone with information is asked to contact their local police department.
Foul play is ruled out in the death of a Wilkes-Barre woman found dead in her home this afternoon. A neighbor discovered the body of 47-year-old Roseanne Lazowski in her Scott Street home. Police say an autopsy this afternoon shows she died of a heart attack. Investigators were taking a closer look at this case because Lazowski was assaulted several days ago when someone broke into her home. Tonight, police say there is no connection between that assault and her death.
Tonight, 10th District Congressman Don Sherwood is applauding action by a key House committee to try to bring fair treatment to the victims of airline disasters. Sherwood introduced the bill just a week ago, and today it cleared the House Transportation Committee unanimously. It now moves to the full House. Sherwood said it just isn't right that there is different treatment for families who have lost loved ones depending on whether the crash is over land or water. If the Sherwood bill becomes law, it would allow families of the TWA Flight 800 disaster to seek fair compensation.
The final votes on impeachment are now set for tomorrow. The votes will bring the trial to an end, and they'll be the final chapter in a scandal that has gripped the White House and consumed Congress for more than a year. NBC's Jim Henchett has the latest from Washington tonight.
When the Chief Justice and the senators go home tomorrow night, the impeachment trial will be over. The clerk will have called the roll.
Mr. Bond.
The final votes will have been cast.
Mr. Bond, no.
Not even a majority of the Senate may end up opposing the president, let alone the 2/3 needed for conviction. Maine Republicans Olympia Snowe and, reportedly, Susan Collins are the latest to say they'll vote no to both impeachment articles. What happens after the vote? The White House says President Clinton may make a short speech, mixing apology and plans for the future. But senators from both parties say the same conclusion has echoed through 3 days of secret debate. The president is permanently scarred.
The most accomplished, polished liar that we have ever had serving in the White House.
Bennett is a Republican. Democrat Reed.
The president has disgraced himself and dishonored his office.
Some senators from both parties may be disgusted with the president, but due to Republican opposition, a formal effort to censure him appears all but dead. Jim Henchett, NBC News, Washington.
So what do you think now that a final vote appears just hours away? Do you want your senators to vote to convict the president and remove him from office? If you say yes, dial 1-900-680-2801. If you say no, you do not want your senators to convict Clinton, call 1-900-680-2802. Our phone lines are still open. As always, a call will cost you 50 cents. We'll have final results at the end of this newscast. Could the honeymoon be over for Minnesota's newly elected governor, Jesse Ventura? The wrestler-turned-politician was booed on Wednesday and got into a verbal sparring with students at a rally on the steps of a state capitol. The students were upset with Jesse Ventura's education budget, and they let him know. At one point, security was even tightened up. Later, about 20 of the some 150 students went to Ventura's office to apologize for the incident.
Well, in contrast to the mood there, students in an area school district heard a voice of experience describe a conflict that was long ago and far away, but still shaping this world and touching our lives.
What did you think of the movie Saving Private Ryan?
Saving Private Ryan was a very, very good movie.
Very accurate?
Very was the answer from World War II veteran, retired Major General K. Frederick Mauger. After careers as a soldier, Episcopal priest, and educator, Mauger is serving as a living history teacher for freshman American history students at North Pocono High School.
And it shouldn't stop just with World War II. I think it's important for World War II because, again, we're a dying breed. But people from the Korean War, people from the Vietnam War, people from Desert Storm, to give all of the youngsters a true background. Because I think, I don't know, 3 or 4 pages of World War II in their history books, and that's it.
And what does it mean to the students to hear from a man who first joined the Horse Cavalry and then served in combat as an artilleryman and aerial observer more than 50 years ago?
Reading about something in a book and then listening to someone who actually has lived it are two totally different perspectives. What Dr. Mauger does for us is that he makes that period in American history come alive for our students.
And I'll have more on the North Pocono High School program and its impact on students on Veterans Views this Saturday afternoon at 12:30.
And still to come on Night Beat, it's the question of the year. Are you ready for 2000? Will you party or will you panic? We'll get you ready for the millennium next.
And all these little penguins have to worry about is getting adjusted to their new home, that is.
And tomorrow, it looks like we're going to get darn close to breaking a record. Maybe we will break a record. I'll tell you where that is and get you...
The team to watch: Keith Martin, Dawn Timoney, weather with Vince Sweeney, and Jim Miller on sports. This is 28 Eyewitness News.
Life is a journey, a drive through Main Street America, a cruise down the interstate, and around every turn there's Chevrolet. Like Malibu, Right now, you can lease one for $219 a month with 0 down and 0 due at lease signing. That means no checkbook required. Tax, title, and license extra. Chevrolet's Highway 99.
Whether you own a business or work for one, there's a program with you in mind. The Business Show comes your way the first and third weekends of every month. Hear local success stories. Learn what Wall Street's ups and downs mean to your bottom line. Find out which businesses are moving in and which are moving out. The Business Show on 28 WBRE, sponsored by LPL Financial and by First Priority Health, a subsidiary of Blue Cross of Northeastern Pennsylvania, a trusted name in healthcare since 1938.
Later on an all-new Tonight Show, movie megastar Mel Gibson not only does magic, he has a confession.
On Valentine's Day, I'm a real pig.
Wait till he gets home. Plus, Daryl Hannah, Natalie Merchant, nasty depositions, and kids on Valentine's Day.
Who is Cupid?
The guy who shoots you in the butt with an arrow.
Then on Conan, Rosie O'Donnell, Daniel Stern, and the Prez doesn't gloat tonight.
Provocative, intelligent, exciting. Hunter Douglas, the leader in window fashions. Radiant, innovative, extraordinary. Hunter Douglas is all these. It alone can dramatically change the feeling of a room and of those within it. Hunter Douglas, changing the world, one window at a time.
All Hunter Douglas window coverings are now on sale at Jack Wise Interiors.
You're watching 28 Eyewitness News, winner of the Emmy for Outstanding Single Newscast 2 years in a row.
That cheering you heard today was on Wall Street. Stocks rocketed higher. Buyers
kicked away a week of jitters and went on a buying binge. The technology sector, which brought the market down recently, led it back up today. The Dow Jones Industrial Average climbed 186 points to close at 93.63. About half of the gain came in the last half hour of trading on the exchange.
Well, we all know it's only the second month of 1999, but the big question many are asking, are you ready for the year 2000? And while some are preparing for the ultimate party, others are getting ready for the ultimate panic, mainly fear of computer glitches that may create chaos. NBC's Mark Strassman takes a look.
Ben and Betty Schlater, an easy mark for Chicken Little jokes. But if the sky falls in Central Texas, they're ready.
There's just no stability anywhere in this thing. No one knows how deeply it's going to affect the nation.
It's Y2K. In our computer-driven world, potentially the first great crisis of the new millennium. It could cripple our sense of self, the planes we fly, the gas we pump, the food we buy, the cash we count on. This Y2K congressional committee says the worry is real.
If we do not aggressively address the year 2000 problem, the consequences could be devastating.
These took us about 30 minutes to go and buy.
The Schlaters aggressively planted fruit trees, bought a diesel tank and a new generator, took stock of survival needs.
Water is so essential for life, and ultimately, the well is the most important thing that we have to look for. Have to have water to survive.
Water is life.
A supply of food, another obvious worry. These 50-gallon drums the Schlaters will fill with beans, corn, flour, salt, staples that could keep them fed for months. They're not alone. Some food companies already have a booming Y2K business.
This one in Utah, shipping non-perishables, often in plain brown wrapping.
And they don't especially want their neighbors, all of their neighbors, knowing that they've got a supply of food down the street.
Reverend Jerry Falwell sees Y2K as Christian outreach. Pastors urging families to prepare with the neighborhood in mind.
But realism is we got a problem coming, and only the foolish go to the coast to sit out the hurricane.
A real panic could get ugly.
The have-nots taking it from the haves, and that is a very serious concern of ours.
Another recent purchase.
No, I will be the mother lion that is going to protect her family if the need arises.
Will it? No one knows. But week by week, as the new millennium approaches, more people prepare for the ultimate panic. Mark Strassman, NBC News, Atlanta.
Now, where do you think you can find out more information about preparations and the companies that sell millennial bug survival kits? On the internet.
Where else? Well, there is some good news tonight concerning a new type of drug that wipes out cancerous tumors in mice. The treatment involves two related natural proteins, which the National Cancer Institute says block a tumor's ability to sprout new blood vessels. That in turn causes the tumor to become dormant or disappear in animals. Researchers are now designing human studies for FDA approval, and that could come as soon as the fall. And here's some health news just in time for Valentine's Day. A box of chocolates may actually help prevent cavities. The Academy of General Dentistry, keeps looking at me funny, claims that tannins found in chocolate actually keep cavity-causing bacteria from sticking to teeth and gums. And kissing also can be good for the health of your teeth. Puckering up produces saliva that helps wash out pieces of food that can lead to cavities.
I thought if I waited just long enough, all those good things would come around in my direction. They did. Well, here's an unusual love story. A wife who sued her dead husband's lover, trying to keep the woman away from his gravesite. Well, she now says she'll drop the suit. Mary Codner found out her husband, late husband, Robert Codner, was having an affair with another woman. When she found out when the woman began showing up at his gravesite. Well, the wife wanted $1 million in damages and a promise the other woman wouldn't visit the grave. But there is good news. Both sides have worked out a visitation schedule. The $1 million lawsuit has been dropped, and we assume Mr. Codner can now rest in peace.
Wow.
I'm sure Mr. Codner has been for some time.
Really?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well,
62 tomorrow, maybe.
62, maybe even more. Maybe some 70s pop up around the area. I had a bad microphone before. I think we got it straight. You all straighten out here?
Yeah, you're good.
Sounds good.
Can you hear me out there?
We can.
Okay, we're good. All right, yeah, it's going to be a warm day. All righty, but then maybe tomorrow night some thunderstorms because you get this deal going where we have warm air coming into cold air. It's same as in the summertime, only it's not summer. It's February. We'll talk to you in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
Nasty storm. Wet road. Looks pretty bad, huh? No problem. That's the beauty of Subaru all-wheel drive, the ultimate safety feature. Thanks, kid. See, it automatically transfers power from the wheels that slip to the wheels that grip. And only Subaru puts it on every car they make. And that's no accident. Subaru, the beauty of all-wheel drive.
You faked with me?
Yeah. Not bad, huh?
Tomorrow at 5:30 on WBRE.
Good morning.
Hey.
I am more tired now than when we went to bed.
Tell me about it. That old mattress is no better than a bed of nails. We gotta get a new mattress. Today. No more putting it off.
I'll meet you right after work.
Okay.
Where?
Somewhere we trust. Raymore and Flanagan.
Seeley, Stearns & Foster. Raymore and Flanagan offers your best selection at the guaranteed best prices with nothing to pay for as long as a year.
Wow, they brought this new mattress so fast. And voila, no more sit back. This is so nice.
Toyota Camry is all the best. The best car built in America. A Consumer's Digest Best Buy. The best-selling car in America. Again. Now the best is even better, with savings up to $1,000 on specially equipped Camrys. America's favorite car with America's favorite options. Now priced hundreds less than last year. Toyota Camry at your Toyota dealer, where quality is our cornerstone.
Montgomery Ward store.
Going out of business sale continues.
With special Valentine's Day savings just for you.
For 4 days only, all diamond and gemstone jewelry is now 50% off.
Plus, take an extra 15% off already reduced prices.
All diamond and gemstone necklaces, bracelets, and earrings.
50% off, plus an additional 15% off.
And take 30% off Seiko, Citizen, and Pulsar watches.
Major appliances and electronics, 10% off.
20 to 40% off furniture and domestic.
20 to 50% off all apparel.
The going out of business sale continues.
Only at Montgomery Ward.
Now with your AccuWeather forecast, here's Vince Sweeney.
We've had a warm day today, and another one's on its way for tomorrow. Valley View High School is in Archbold in Lackawanna County. It is still 46 degrees there in the Mid-Valley, 56 for the high today, 23 the low. Actually, that might be the upper valley of Lackawanna County. Humidity 54%, 29.92 on the barometer. Steady, no rain, and we're looking at a wind here doing a south-southwest at 2. Now, records today, you know, we came pretty darn close when you get right down to it. 62 in 1981, and in 1979 it was 10 below. The sun will rise and set tomorrow at 7:03 and at 5:34. And obviously, we have a weather window for you tonight. It's usually only around Christmas time that we get to use the word festooned, but you can see that Public Square is festooned for Valentine's Day. Nice picture, pretty shot. Let's show you our next rad radar shot, which is also not doing much of anything here. We do have some showers coming off of Lake Ontario, but rain showers largely what they are. Maybe some snow showers mixed in. All things considered, this is an unusual weather pattern, not unheard of, but unusual nonetheless. Let's go to our temperature board. 48 at Avoca. Still 41 in Utica, so there'll be a bit of rain there. 38 at Elmira, 47 in Williamsport, 46 at Atlantic City, and these numbers are real. How about it? 63 in Pittsburgh and 66 at Erie. Now, if this makes any sense to you, let me explain something. What happened today was we got into the 60s without the really warm air even getting here. The really warm air doesn't come till tomorrow. That's why I think it's very possible there'll be some 70s tomorrow. Would not be surprised whatsoever. Now, the downside of all that is we've got a cold front on the way. You can see it right in through here. And with the front, there will be showers and possibly some thunderstorms, too, as it comes moving toward the East Coast. The front itself now stretches from the Great Lakes all the way down to Texas. And here is the warm air. You can see where it is. Pittsburgh area, as we told you here at 11 o'clock, are still in the 60s. So that real warm air comes overnight and tomorrow, when it will be a very pleasant day in terms of temperatures, but a windy one. Let's keep that in mind, too. So for right now, you can see overhead, we got a few clouds, but geez, nothing remarkable out there whatsoever. So this is what we're watching for tomorrow night, folks. Alrighty. Here's your exclusive AccuWeather forecast for tonight. Patchy clouds, a little on the breezy side from time to time. 38 to 48 for the lows overnight. So a lot of us will stay in the 40s overnight tonight, and it will be dry. Tomorrow, we'll take a high at about 62. The record is 62. It was set in 1918, and tomorrow, well, it's either going to get met or bet. Meet it or beat it. We're either going to do a 62 and tie it up, or we're going to go beyond it officially. Windy tomorrow, some sunshine. Showers come late in the day, and then tomorrow night's when we might see those thunderstorms. Showers and thunderstorms, and these could be gusty if they happen. Flurries later on as temperatures go down around 30 degrees. Here's the rest. But let me put it this way. Whatever we have tomorrow for highs, I think by Saturday you can cut it right in half. Saturday a 34 and maybe a couple of snow flurries or even snow showers in the air. 30 on Sunday, but then 38 Monday and Tuesday. We'll be nudging 40 one more time. So there you have it. Public Square festooned for Valentine's
Very pretty.
Day. Isn't
Colorful.
it lovely?
Yes, it is, actually.
Yes.
Very nice.
Okay,
right.
that's it for me. I'm out of
Tomorrow
here.
night, we will have a musical Valentine salute. I'll keep it very mysterious at this
I know
right.
nothing of this, so that will be a
All right.
surprise
I know.
even to me.
11 o'clock. Well, a school closing to tell you about tonight, and this is not weather-related.
It's actually flu-related. Classes are canceled at the Emmanuel Christian School in Hazel Township due to illness. Several students and several teachers have called in sick with the flu, prompting the school to close for the day. That's tomorrow, Friday, February 12th.
And up next in Night Beat Sports, the Twin 125s highlight a big day of racing at Daytona.
And a big night of girls high school basketball. Jim has it all next.
You're watching 28 Eyewitness News.
It's time to reward yourself. Time for a 99 Buick, now with 2.9 financing. Great cars, great savings on the entire line of 99s. Choose LeSabre, now with $1,500 cash back. Or Century, a Consumer's Digest Best Buy, now with 2.9 financing or a great low lease rate. Go ahead, it's time. Time for a 99. Great cars, great savings right now at your Buick dealers.
Have you ever dreamed of a luxurious fur coat? Well, now is your chance. RK Furs is overstocked. Their entire fur and leather inventory is on sale. Save up to 75%. And best of all, you can lay away your garment until next year. With our easy layaway plans, this is your chance to own the fur you've always dreamed of. Savings up to 75%, and you can lay it away until next year. RK Furs, the area's premier furrier, is selling their entire overstocked inventory for as much as 75% off. RK Furs, 10 minutes south of Wilkes-Barre in Alden.
Most of the roads up to the mountains are pretty slick, if not impassable. Be careful out there.
Control Track four-wheel drive for total confidence. An available reverse sensing system giving you absolute control.
Got the tickets, honey?
Elegant style that's as sophisticated as it is tough. For all your reasons, there's Ford Explorer, giving you confidence, control, and style. Lease an Explorer today for just $269 a month. Ford Explorer, built Ford tough. A great reason to see your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. The excitement level skyrocketed at Daytona today with the running of the twin 125s. Sid Michaels is covering this week at the track and has more on today's championship action and the big 500-mile race on Sunday.
The action in the first 125 began on the first turn of the first lap. Wally Dallenbach nudges Kenny Wallace. It starts a chain reaction that would involve 4 cars, including a very irritated John Andretti.
I guess the guy couldn't see what the difference between the racetrack and the apron was and went ahead and crashed 2 or 3 cars. It's pretty pathetic, I mean. And I'm just really upset.
Early in the race, Jimmy Spencer led a train of about 9 cars. He would pull that train up into the lead pack, eventually finding the power to come home 6th. He'll start 11th on Sunday.
We got up there and worked our way back up and then shuffled back again and caught back up. And to get 6th out of there, I'm pretty happy. You know, I had a lot of help today, and that's the key thing. You know, we're going to need a lot more help on Sunday. We need to get a little more speed out of our Taurus for Sunday.
Jeff Gordon led the first 39 laps before being caught and passed on the backstretch by Bobby Labonte. Labonte would end an 18-year dry spell for Pontiac and the Twins. Gordon, Jeff Burton, Ken Schrader, and Mark Martin rounded out the top 5.
We knew our race setup was great last year, and I mean, you know, not that it's going to be great again this year, but, you know, today was a good test session for us, and we didn't really know because I didn't run that many laps in practice with some groups of cars. I just wasn't really sure about it till today.
I do know we've got a great race car. It's handling awesome. I think we might be able to get a little bit more speed out of it, and temperature's going to be a little bit cooler. That should help everybody. Should be a great race on Sunday.
Rookie Tony Stewart sat on the pole for the 2nd qualifying race here at Daytona today, but the story of that one was defending Daytona 500 champion Dale Earnhardt. On lap number 8, Earnhardt got some help from Dale Jarrett, who pushed him past Stewart into the lead, and the rest was history. Earnhardt would outrun Jeremy Mayfield and Jarrett to the finish line for his 10th straight